My name's James Lee, and I did this slide whistle design for my freshman engineering clinic ring project. I already had experience from 3D printing and 3D modeling in my high school, which is what made me want to do something a little more complicated, which is where I got the slide whistle design idea from, since it had moving parts and it seemed, in the running theme of music, the most complex thing that was like within reason that I could make with a plastic 3D printer. The most frustrating, like challenging parts of this was we had limited attempts, and upon doing research, things such as like the size of the intake hole and the outtake fipple hole, it's called, I couldn't find much information on like the dimensions of it and stuff. And really, I was just relying on the dimensions of like what it looked like on like pictures of slide whistles on the internet. For the most part, it didn't really work initially. My first two slide whistles didn't make much sound. I was able to analyze and improve my previous designs, and the third time around I was able to make a working, like, functioning slide whistle that did make a noise when I blew into it. In an ideal environment, I would have had more attempts at it, but we had to move on. The project was over. But ultimately, I feel as though I made something that I was satisfied with under the constraints and time that we had to work on the project. The most fun part of this project is just, in general, the prototyping process. That's a large reason why I like engineering so much and why I want to pursue it in the future. I just love designing things and seeing it come into fruition, even if it's just like a PLA tiny instrument made on a 3D printer. I really like the idea of something that I can like go from my mind to something on a computer to something that I can hold in my hands.